Your habits, they make or they break you. The man you are today is a result of the habits that you cultivated in the past. You are an accumulation of all of the action that you've taken in your life so far. Knowing this, you can see why your habits are such a crucial part of your life. If you want to change the trajectory in which your life is headed, you must start by changing the habits that you do on a daily basis. Probably all know what a habit is, but for those of you who don't know, I will give you the definition. A habit is something you do frequently. It is something that you are used to doing and you come back to time and time again. Habits can break you. For example, you can have the habit of smoking and elevate your risk of lung cancer in the future. Or you can have the habit of binge watching Netflix, wasting hours and hours of your precious time. But just as a habit can break you, they can also make you. Good habits form the building blocks of a successful life. You can have the habit of going to the gym, leading to a better physique and a better overall health. Or you can have the habit of sticking to a clean diet, also contributing to you being in better health and having a better physique. Now, what are the 5 habits that every man should avoid in my opinion? First of all, a man should avoid spending too much time on his phone. Your phone sucks away your time and attention, meaning you can't spend that time building meaningful things in your life. We live amongst a generation of phone addicts, and this is not entirely your fault. See, phones are designed to keep you hooked, especially social media algorithms. They feed you more and more of the content that you like, so you keep clicking on the next video and the next video and the next video. If you can limit or remove the time you spend on your phone, you can take back control over your life, regaining your most valuable assets, your time and your attention. I will share with you some tips that I use to limit my phone use. Number 1. You don't take your phone into your bedroom at nighttime. This will greatly reduce the time you spend on your phone, and it will also improve your sleep quality, which is another very important thing to develop. You just leave your phone in your living room or in another room in the house, preferably as far away as possible from your bedroom. The second tip I want to give you regarding your phone use is to put your phone on grayscale mode. Grayscale mode allows you to remove all colors from your phone screen and to just have the screen in gray. This greatly reduces the time you spend on your phone because you make your phone more boring, and it will release less dopamine into your brain by looking at a gray screen instead of a colorful screen. By putting your phone on grayscale mode, you are less inclined to check it, and therefore you will spend less time on your phone. The final tip regarding your phone use is this. When you are working or you want to focus on a task for a longer period of time, you just put your phone on the other side of the house, put it somewhere in a drawer so you are less likely to get up from your workplace and go get the phone. The harder you make it for you to get on the phone, the less time you will spend on it. And if you want to take this a step further, you can buy one of those boxes with a lock on top of it that has a timer, and so you can put your phone in those boxes, put the timer on, and it will lock your phone away for the time period that you have selected. Okay, the second habit that I want you to avoid is eating junk food. As we all know, junk food is bad for us. It makes us fat, it causes us brain fog, and it gives us a lethargic feeling for a long period of time. Not to mention, it also puts you at risk for cardiovascular disease and obesity. It takes some willpower to remove all junk food from your diet and make your diet very clean, but trust me, once you have managed to do it consistently, it will be very easy for you to maintain. Junk food will start to taste bad. When you consistently eat healthy foods, your taste palette will adapt to those healthy foods and you will be less inclined to eat those unhealthy foods. And when you do eat these unhealthy foods after being on a healthy diet for a longer period of time, you will just taste the high amounts of sugar and the high amounts of grease, and that won't be enjoyable to you anymore. You will almost be disgusted by it. The number one tip I can give you starts in the store. Just don't buy the junk food. Have the willpower to not put the junk food in your cart, and you won't have it in your house in the first place. And so when it comes time to eat, you will just have only healthy options on the menu, and therefore you will just choose a healthy option. So the best tip I can give you is to just not buy it when you're in the store. By the way, you can learn to make some delicious meals using only healthy ingredients when you learn how to cook. The third habit I want you to avoid at all costs, and I think this is the most important one to avoid, is to watch dirty websites. You all know what I mean by this. Watching dirty websites completely fucks up your dopamine receptors in your brain. It releases way too much dopamine. This causes you to only watch dirty websites more and more and more, and eventually normal day activities will become boring to you and they won't interest you, so you won't be able to do them anymore. And the only thing you will want to do is watch the dirty websites and jack off. The second reason why the dirty websites are bad for you is because they also screw up your perception of women. You start to see them as merely sex objects. This completely fucks up your ability to form healthy, long-term relationships with. And on top of that, it also makes you very awkward when you are interacting with them. They will feel repulsed by your energy. Quitting this habit, quitting the dirty websites, is one of the harder habits to quit, but it is definitely possible. I have done it and I believe you can do it too. One very big tip I can give you when it comes to quitting porn, it is to do something with the energy whenever you feel an urge. When we feel an urge, that is actually sexual energy that is wanting to be expressed in our body. And so we must do something with that energy. We must put that energy towards something, towards a goal. And this will reduce the urge and make sure that you don't go to the dirty website and jack off. What do you need to do? Well, this can be as simply as just going outside, going for a walk, calling a friend, etc., etc. Other things you can do is to not take your phone into your bedroom at nighttime, to do breathing exercises whenever you feel an urge, and learning about the science of dopamine will also help you understand the reasons why you should quit porn. A very great book for you to start learning this science is Your Brain on Porn by Gary Wilson. This book is very scientific and breaks down the reasons for you why you should quit porn and why it is destroying your life. Habit number 4 that you should avoid at all costs is having a bad sleep routine. Having a good sleep schedule is very important. Sleep deprivation can really fuck you up, both mentally and physically. The best tip I can give you for fixing your sleep routine is to go to bed at the same time every night and to wake up at the same time in the morning every day. If it is too hard to change your sleeping routine immediately, then I suggest you take a more gradual approach where you just go to bed 15 minutes earlier every day until you can go to bed at the desired time that you set for yourself. If you're up for a challenge and you want to take a more harder route, I would suggest you just put an alarm in the morning at the time you want to wake up, and you wake up, for example, at 6 a.m. You feel very fucking tired because you went to bed too late the night before, but you just push through the tiredness the day after, and you keep repeating this cycle until you just automatically go to bed sooner every day. And this will also just fix your sleep schedule. After about 4 to 5 days, you will just be tired enough to go to sleep at your desired time. Now, what times should one choose to go to bed? Well, this is very variable from person to person, and there are no real times that everybody should go to sleep. I think you can freely kind of play around with this, but ideally I would say you go to bed before midnight and you aim to sleep around 8 hours every night to have a sleep that makes you well rested. The final habit that every man should avoid is maybe a bit more unexpected than the other ones on the list, but that habit is lying. Lying is very bad for you because if you lie frequently, people can't trust you anymore, and more importantly, you can't trust yourself anymore. The relationship with yourself is the most important relationship you have in your life. You need to be able to trust yourself. Do what you say you will do and follow your word. How does one stop lying? This is kind of a tricky one because you just want to make a commitment inside of yourself that you will always speak the truth even when it is hard for you to do so. And when you start speaking the truth, you will notice a big shift in your life where you can start to trust yourself again, and you can see that other people will start to trust you because they know that when you say you will do something, you will actually do it. So, final one to stop and to avoid in your life is lying. There you go. Those were the 5 habits that I recommend every man avoids in their life to live a better life. I hope this video has helped you in some way. If it did, please leave a comment, like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. Peace.